With the group stages of the Euros being over, here's my prediction for the knockout stages of the Euros. I know my video is late, right? But let's get right into it. For the England-Slovakia game, I'm gonna predict that after all of the outrage with the team, right, of how bad England are and how they're the most boring squad, I think for this game they're gonna actually do pretty well and get through Slovakia. Slovakia doesn't have that much quality, right? So even with the bad coaching of Southgate, I think England should win 2-0, and the first person to score should be Harry Kane, right? Easy. Next, Spain, Georgia. Now, Georgia has done pretty well, especially in their last game against Germany. In that game, basically, Kvaratskhelia ran the whole game, right? He controlled everything and scored like a beautiful goal. So, in this game, even with that morale boosting win, I think Spain is way too good. Lamine, Yamal, and Nico Williams have been tearing this tournament up. And they have a lot of depth in this squad as well. And it's not only the attackers. Even if you look at their midfield or like defense, right? They have Danny Olmo, they have Rodri, they have Carvajal. Like they have quality across the whole pitch. So for this game, I'm gonna predict a score of 3-1. And the first person to score in this game is gonna be Alvaro Morata. Now next comes the France-Belgium game. Now everyone knows that the Belgium generation has been disappointing, right? They're golden generation and they haven't been doing anything. De Bruyne had a pretty good game last time, but I think they're gonna just fall short. They're gonna get an early exit, and France should have it easy. France has the strongest squad, arguably in the Euros, and I think it's gonna be too much for Belgium to handle, especially with their weaker defense. So France 2-0 win over Belgium and Mbappe to first score. Let's keep going quickly through the rest of the predictions for the Portugal game. I think again, Portugal too much quality and Slovenia should be swept aside pretty easily. I'm going to go 3-1 with Bruno to score the first goal. Now, in the round of 16, I think this Romania-Netherlands game has the biggest chance of an upset. Netherlands should win this on paper, but the problem is I am not convinced with Netherlands. I think Ronald Koeman is not as good of a coach, and we can see that from his defensive selections. He doesn't play Van der Ven, he doesn't play Delict most of the time, and he plays Ake on the left back. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not fully convinced with Netherlands. And I think Romania has been playing really good as a group. Like they have the fighting spirit, they dig out their heels and they fight it till the last minute. So in this game, it's going to be really close. This game might go to penalties. So I'm going to predict that Netherlands is going to win this game 2-1. And the first person to score is going to be Depay. Now, the last match of the round of 16 is Austria-Turkey. And Austria has been like the surprise of the tournament. No one was giving like them much thought before the Euros, and now Ralf Ragnick has shown his expertise, right? My channel wasn't made when Ragnick was at United, right? But I've always held the belief that Ragnick was the solution we needed. His role was always just to manage for 6 months and then go into the board of directors to help with the transfers. And everything he said at that point is now true. He dissected the team properly and he gave the correct solutions, which now we're going to implement in this summer, hopefully. And now we can see his brilliant coaching style as well. Austria plays really good brand of football. They're fluid, they're fast, they hold the position well, and they're scoring a lot of goals as well. So in this game against Turkey, even though they have Arda Güler and they have a few other talented players like Hakan Çalhanoğlu, but I think they have been scraping by their games, Turkey, and I don't think they can scrape by through Austria. So for this game, I'm gonna predict Austria is gonna win 2-0 and Sabitzer to score the first goal. Now, if you have liked my video so far, then I would really appreciate if you can click on the like and subscribe button below to be a part of the community and to be notified of future uploads. So with this is how the quarterfinals is gonna look, and we have got a lot of tasty games and a few surprise repeats. So let's head on to the A side, right, of the quarterfinal matchups for the Spain-Germany game. I was thinking that Germany is one of the favorites to win the tournament, but I think they have come up against the wrong opponents. Germany are really good attacking wise. Germany's biggest weakness is their defense because we all have seen how Nagelsmann coaches his teams. It's all rock and roll football. They all go attacking, like very, very highlight. I think Germany is very, very susceptible to a defeat and like counter-attacking goals. And you know who is really good at counter-attacking? Spain. They have really fast attackers, they have good creators behind them, and they have a solid defensive line. I just think Germany could have reached the final if they were on the other side of the table, right? If they were on the on the England side of the draw. But coming up against Spain, I think they're gonna lose, and I'm gonna predict a 2-1 victory for Spain and to Germany, the host, to be knocked out. Next game is Portugal-France. Now, in this game, I think everyone is going to predict that Portugal loses, Mbappe wins over Ronaldo, and it's like a passing of the torch. But not for me. I think this game is going to show Ronaldo's quality. That the team is going to play for Ronaldo, and Ronaldo is going to step up big time. This is my controversial take for the predictions. I think Portugal beats France. I know how strong France is, and I also know that Portugal has like really obvious weaknesses. But for some reason, I'm thinking that Ronaldo is going to pull a masterclass. Bruno is going to pull a masterclass. And I'm going to predict that Portugal wins this game 2-all, which will go into extra time. And then Portugal wins 3-2. I know it's controversial and it's probably not many people will agree with. But this is my prediction. Next up, Netherlands, Austria. Now, like I said, I'm not too confident of Netherlands, and I think they're going to scrape by the win against Romania. Against Austria. Now, here's another upset of the tournament. I think Austria wins against Netherlands. It's not that Austria has a better quality. It's just that Austria is better coached. The game will be decided by the manager's tactics. Austria plays better as a team. Like they pass well, they move around well, they know when the players are gonna overlap, who's gonna drop back, who's gonna run forward. I don't see that with Netherlands. Netherlands has more of been a individual performance based wins so far this tournament. So I'm gonna predict that Austria wins this game 2-1 and that Netherlands get knocked out. Now the final game of this round is England Switzerland. England downfall is the coach, right? Like I think, and you can pick up anyone, right? And they can all tell you one big weakness which England squad has, which Southgate can fix but chooses not to, right? For example, he didn't bring any backup left backs, even though he knew Shaw is injured and probably won't be fit. Then he only brought one right-footed winger in the whole squad. Then his whole experiment of playing Alexander Arnold into CDM, when Klopp, who's a much superior coach, has never tried it. So I don't know why Southgate thinks he has the tactics to be able to do it. So I think this game, England get knocked out. Switzerland have been so good this tournament. Xhaka is like a man reborn since he has left Arsenal. He went unbeatable with Bayern Leverkusen, and I think since he has left Arsenal, he has only lost 2 games at a club and international level combined. So I think England get dominated. They anyways don't hold the ball. And with Switzerland holding most of the position, I think they will get a way through. They will find a way through to get to the defense and score. For this game, I'm gonna predict Switzerland to win 1-0 and for England to get knocked out. So finally, this is how the semifinals look like. Spain versus Portugal, Austria versus Switzerland. So for the Spain-Portugal game, it's gonna be really tough, right? Because it will be passion versus technique, in my opinion. But in the end, I think Spain goes through because they have that youthful energy up top. That over the period of 90 games, I think some of the players in the Portugal squad are going to tire out, and Spain will find a way through. It will be a very, very close match. I might even think that this might even go to penalties, and Spain will just edge it through. So for this game, I'm going to predict a score of 1-0, and it's probably going to be Nico Williams who scores. For the Austria-Switzerland game, I'm going to give it to Ralph Ragnick. I think Ragnick is going to do a masterclass. And in terms of squads, I think they are both more or less equal. So it will come down to who can hold their nerves better in a semi-final match, right? And Switzerland has some big game players, right? They have Ake, they have Xhaka. On the other hand, Austria will have Lamine and I think Lamine is in Austria and Sabitzer. But it will be Ralph Ragnick who can coach a better team. So Ralph Ragnick takes the team through, does the impossible. That No one has ever thought that Austria would reach the finals. And I think for this game, the score will be something like 2-1 for Austria. Now, for the final, Spain versus Austria. One could say that it's not as spectacular of a final one would have expected out of the Euros because it's an underdog reaching the finals. But that's the beauty of football. For this game, I think it will be really, really close, but a high scoring game. It's going to be very technical. I'm going to bet that it will be very high flowing, very attacking game, like a basketball game, from one end to the other end, because that's how good the teams are and how fast they can progress. I think this game might have a red card in it, and because of that, the score will be high. I'm going to predict a score of 3-2 and for Spain to win the Euros. So yes, Spain is my winners of this Euro tournament. Personally, I would have loved for Ronaldo to win the tournament, and I have obviously made a few controversial takes regarding France, Germany, and England. But all in all, I do think Spain are the best team in the tournament. Whether you look at the squad, whether you look at the players and how they are playing. So yes, in my opinion, Spain are gonna win it, and Southgate gets sacked. I hope Southgate doesn't end up in United after that. I really hope that. So yes, that's my tournament done. Now, let me know in the comments down below who do you think is gonna win and why. Like obviously I've done some weird takes and you would have different opinions. So who do you think would win and why do you think I was wrong with my predictions? I would love to know your opinion. Now, the reason my video is so late and why I missed the Germany and the Italy predictions is because I was watching the cricket finals of India and India finally won the T20 World Cup. So huge congrats to the Indian team, to my country, and to Virat and Rohit Sharma who have announced their retirement from T20. Now, if you have watched my video till the end, till now, then I would really appreciate if you can click on the like and subscribe button below to be a part of the community. And if you'd like to see my last video, which I made on transfers of Manchester United, of about Zirkzee, of Todibo, and what's going on with them, you can click on the link right here to watch that video. I will see you all again next time after my next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.